What's the word, YouTube? It's your boy 773 Josh, and we back with another video. And I'm gonna be honest with you, in these type of videos, I want to kind of label this as like millionaire conversations. You know, I believe that, you know, when I talk about things like this and these type of videos where I'm giving you guys, where I'm giving you guys action plans, I'm giving you guys value, you know, these are all things that, you know, you could implement in your life, things that I've implemented in my life, and it could actually get you way more success than what I've gotten, because you might be starting at an earlier age than me, you might be starting at an earlier point. So this is definitely something that you don't want to overlook. And in these type of videos, these are also the type of YouTube videos that you might want to grab a notepad for, the type of YouTube videos where you actually might want to write this stuff down, study it later, and start to apply it into your life, because these are the things that actually got me to where I am now. And I really wanted to make this video now more than ever, showing you guys how to become successful, and my advice for anybody that's young who truly want to win out of life. You know, the reason why I wanted to do this right now is because right now I'm 23 years old, and in a few days, maybe like 4 days, I'm actually going to be 24. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, time has flew, you know, like it hits different. Let me see. So, you know, pretty much with all of that being said, let's go ahead and dive into it.
I used to be broke as a joke, now I'm having whatever I like. I still been fighting my demons, it's been one hell of a fight. I'm tired as hell, but I swear that I never get tired of trying. I'm cool as a wind, but I still can't let that nigga cross my line. Fuck what you heard, I don't care who you are. Came from the dirt, now I shine like a star. Ask how I'm doing, I'll tell you I'm fine. Look in my eyes, you can tell that I'm lying. Never thought that I would make it this far. I sing my little song as I play a guitar. Was writing this song and I ran out of time.
So I really want you to understand, if you are young and you want to be successful, you're watching this video, really listen up, because the sooner you figure out and the sooner you implement these things that I'm talking about, the better your future will be. I understand that a lot of people want to make a lot of money, but understand making a lot of money is the result. It's the byproduct, meaning it comes after the specific actions and the right actions, okay? So I truly like to, you know, kind of take things back for where I am today, starting out with where it was that I was. You know, I'm 23 years old, you guys. I grew up on the south side of Chicago, and, you know, growing up on the south side of Chicago, I grew up watching my parents go through a lot of different things. I watched the city of Chicago go through a lot of different things. And so at a young age, it matured me a lot faster to where I've seen a lot of things, and I've seen a lot of people living lives that I personally didn't want to live. And so my thought process was like, you know, how do I prevent getting older and living a life like that? You know, no offense to anybody who may be struggling, but, you know, nobody just wants to struggle, right? So as a young adult, not a young adult, as a child, you know, I'm like 8 years old and I'm walking past homeless people, and I'm like, dang, like, why is there a situation like that? And, you know, also me being a sibling of, I think it's like seven of us, you know, me growing up, it was really just me and my older brother at a point in time. Then my parents had my sister, and life started to get a little bit more tougher because it wasn't just two boys, you know, it was a little girl now. And so, you know, I really started realizing that I wasn't gonna kind of just get what I wanted. You know, it was times where in life we didn't really have the things that we needed, and there was a lot of the times where as a kid, you know, you want everything, so that's not really that big of a deal. But it was certain things that I wanted that my friends had that I couldn't really get, and so it kind of built a strong ambition and hunger in me at a young age, to where I was like, you know what, if my parents can't do it for me, then I need to find a way to kind of do it for myself. And so that's what actually built up my hustler ambition and my hunger, and even why I am the way I am now, and it all kind of stems from that. So in this video, I want to share with you guys some principles. I want to share with you guys a mindset. I want to share with you guys an understanding of something that can actually help you wherever you are right now, no matter what your age is. This video is young advice for people that are young, but everybody's young. I mean, until your time is up and you're old on your deathbed, I feel like everybody's young. I feel like everybody has time to create the life that they desire, you know. So before I get into this video, what I want you to do is I want you to think about any other young person that you know right now that you want to see succeed, and I want you to share this video with them, because truly understand that receiving a lot only comes from giving a lot. So you giving and sharing this video right now might be the blessing that you need to, you know, kind of understand what I'm about to talk about right now. It might just be that little effort of you saying, look, I don't want to be selfish with this information, so you share the video and now you get the information, and then that same person that you shared the video to can be inspired by the things that you might implement in your life from this video, if that makes sense. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on post notifications so that you don't miss any more videos like this and millionaire conversations. But let's go ahead and get into it. So the first thing I want to talk about is the hustler mentality, okay? So growing up fast, I had to really start to understand that things were just not going to be handed to me. You know, even when I asked, I didn't always get what I wanted. So I realized that if I couldn't just get what I want by asking, what can I do to get what I want? And so I started off very, very young, y'all. I remember like my first like selling entrepreneurship endeavor, even before fixing iPhones when I was in high school. You know, I went to a wedding, and this was a wedding, I believe, in Tennessee or something. It was one of my cousins, and they had like gift bags on the table. And so after the wedding, I'm like, dang, these things are cool. It was like little fake diamond roses and diamond heart keychains. And I'm like, I'm young. I'm like, yo, this is cool. It's all shining and glistening. Like, what? I'm like, and I'm looking around. It's like 30 tables, 40 tables in there with gift bags up front of each seat. And so I asked my cousin, I'm like, yo, do you mind if I like take this? People left them behind. Like, can I have them? And she's like, yeah, Josh, go ahead. So I'm stacking up on all these things. And, you know, in my head, I'm like, man, these are cool. Like, I would probably pay for it. Let me try to go to school and sell this stuff, right? And so I don't know what time of year it was. I don't know why, like how, I don't know. But I went to school and I started selling these keychains and these little diamond roses to the people at school. And I was literally I was in 3rd grade getting $20 from this person, $40 from this person. Like, it was crazy. And so I was literally making money as a 3rd grader just from selling stuff at school. And it wasn't candy. It was like real product, real items, you know. And I went back home and I started buying snacks and stuff when my mom said no. I went to the grocery store when she couldn't afford it or didn't want to pay for it. I was paying for it. And so that at a young age was like, man, Josh, if you could find a way to get some money, you could get what you want. And so that was like the first thing. And so I want you guys to understand that, you know, you gotta, you know, start somewhere. You gotta do something, you know, whether that's you finding a side hustle. You must understand that success starts with you being resourceful, right? So learning skills and solving problems is you becoming more valuable and you being able to put yourself in position to make more money. Me learning how to fix iPhones, that wasn't something that I knew before, but I went out there, I practiced it, I tried it out. I was like, man, I might end up breaking this phone, but let me go ahead and take the risk because I know a lot of people with broken phones. And if I could fix phones, then boom, I could make money anytime I find somebody with a broken phone and who got the money. And there's enough people in the world with a broken phone, and there's enough people in the world who got the money. So the next thing I want to talk about is something that is very important to me that I started to understand as I got older in life, and that is actually the power of mentorship and following the right people. Okay, so when it comes down to it, you guys, I want you guys to understand that it is very important to learn from successful people, because I like to break this down into an explanation and an understanding of, you know, if you are somebody who's looking to get somewhere and you don't know exactly how to get there, you need advice, you need guidance, you need a map, you need direction. And so if you have a desire to become successful, the sooner you could get next to somebody who's actually done it, the sooner they could just tell you what to do and you could follow those steps, right? I'm from the south side of Chicago. I'm from Chicago. It snows in Chicago. And I always talk to my community about how, you know, I used to sneak out the house with my sneakers on instead of my boots because I didn't want to walk around school with the big clumpy boots on. I wanted to have my sneakers on. So my mom used to see me with the boots on. As soon as she walked out the door, I quickly take them off. And by the time she realized it, we at the bus stop, right? And so when I was walking around in those sneakers, you know, I was younger, I was little, and we would walk through snow and my mom be like, I don't know why you didn't bring your boots, And so I'm literally stepping in the bigger footprints so that I didn't step into untouched piles of snow and snow gets in my shoe. And that's how I actually look at mentorship. If you could take the lighter path that somebody has already paid for you, it causes you less stress. And most people, they don't quit because it don't work. Most people don't give up because it's not possible. They give up because it gets too hard in the process for them. So if you can take less hits, if you could experience less struggle following somebody who's already done a lot of the struggling for you, it makes the journey a lot easier for you. Now, another thing I want to talk about is the difference between blindly following somebody versus actually following somebody who's valuable, somebody who could really help you. You know, you also want to still keep a conscious mind. You want to keep in mind who you are and what you really want to do and what your mission is. You don't want to just listen to somebody's each and every command. You don't want to just be gullible to information. But once you really have figured out that you found the person that knows how to get what you want, and the things that they're telling you is in alignment, and it doesn't go against your morals, it doesn't go against what you believe to be right and wrong, right? Then follow it, go for it, right? But just make sure that they really have good intentions for you, and that some of that is just based off of just experiencing it. You know, sometimes you got to work with some people, and certain things that they say and the way that they treat you, the way that they guide you, the way that they mentor you, the way that they treat other people will be a clear indication of if that's somebody that you should follow. But definitely don't just follow anyone and everyone. Make sure that there's a connection. Make sure there's the same understanding. Make sure that there's some relatability to understand that that person understands what you're coming from and what you're looking to get to. Now, the lesson that I want you to understand with this is you want to find a mentor who has the results that you want, right? You want to learn from their mistakes so that you don't waste time making them yourself. My mentor told me that you will never live long enough to go through every problem and challenge alone. So you want to learn from as many people as you possibly can to get what it is that you want a lot quicker. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is the importance of skill sets and taking action. Okay? Now, it is important for you as a young person to focus on high income skills, right? High income skills could be, you know, communication, right? At a young age, you know, it's easy to be around our peers. It's easy to be around people who talk a certain way, who has a certain level of slang, and they're trying to keep up with the slang and this and that. But understand, you guys, the way that you communicate is the way that people respect you, the way that people trust you, the way that people believe you. So if you don't know how to articulate your words, if you don't know how to communicate in a way where you could get your point across in the most intelligent way, you don't have to use the biggest of words, but how you actually, you know, project your voice, how you actually say certain things, how you actually, you know, use complete sentences. These are things that are very important that you want to practice early so that when you get older, it's not super hard. I know people who are my age and older from the south side of Chicago, and if I bring them in a room with successful people, it's easy to kind of tell what type of success that person has. And it's not even about, oh, because you speak slang, or oh, because you have an accent that you broke or anything like that. No, but first impression is everything. And if you don't know how to turn it on and turn it off, like I know how to turn it on and turn it off. When I get around my brothers, I talk how I talk. When I'm in a position where somebody could possibly be, you know, be able to believe in me, trust me, and do business with me, I turn it on. You know, I know when and where, I know why, you know what I mean? So communication is very, very important. Public speaking, being able to not be afraid to voice yourself and speak what you know and teach and educate. These are all important things that you want to lock in sooner than later. I know as a kid, you know, when we get in front of the class, we're nervous. We don't really like to do it, but the sooner you know, do that, the better you could be, because it's grown people who still are afraid to communicate, still are afraid to talk in front of people. And if people don't know who you are, the value that you could bring, or what it is that you can do, nobody has the ability to take advantage or partner with you or do anything with you. So you want to really focus on communication, putting yourself out there, public speaking, right? Right now, more than ever, you need to learn skill sets to make your money work for you. So whether that's trading, right? I was able to learn trading after making a lot of money reselling sneakers, and I didn't know how to actually multiply that money. So I was literally getting rich, going back broke, getting rich, going back broke. So if you are somebody who wants to learn trading, you guys, I have a community of people who have been creating success with me for the past few years. You know, people all around the world, in the United States, in Europe, in Africa, and it's a blessing. So if you are somebody that understands that, man, I don't want to just keep working for money and I want my money to work for me, trading and investing is something that you should be learning now, soon as possible, even if you're not even old enough to open up a live trading account, because you typically got to be 18, but you could be learning and educating yourself at the age of 17, right? 14, 15, whatever the case may be. There's enough videos and information out there, and if you want access to my private community, all of my details is in the description box below. Next is marketing, right? At the end of the day, we must understand that sales is the highest paid skill set, highest paid profession, highest paid business. You know, When it comes down to real estate, that's sales, right? You're buying property, you're selling property, you're invested in a property, right? When it comes down to starting a business, that's sales. If you're a hairstylist, that's sales. You're getting customers, you're getting clients, and they're giving you money. So if everything revolves around sales and investing, the only way you really got a lot of money to invest is if you got a business and you're making sales, then you gotta understand how to market. Not only how to market a specific product, but how to market yourself, how to build a brand, how to put yourself out there. And I will be dropping a video talking about how to actually grow a personal brand. So again, definitely make sure you turn on that post notifications button so that you don't miss any of the content. But these are things that you want to start developing sooner than later. How to take pictures, not just, doesn't have to be suit tie professional pictures, but how to take appealing pictures to where when people come to your page, they're like, who is she? Who is he? What do they do? Why are they so clean? Why do they know how to create such quality content? And then whatever you do after that, they'll be interested, right? So learning how to market yourself, put yourself out there. Also content creation. You want to learn more than ever. If internet, social media, if all of this stuff is growing and improving so much to the point where people don't even got to work a job anymore, that is something that you should be taking serious. I know it was a point in time when I was younger where video games was it. Oh, I could be a pretty boy Fred, or I could make money playing video games, make money play. Now, content creation, starting a business, lock in on it. Don't play with it, you guys. So understand that skills pay the bills. The more valuable you become, the more success that you'll actually have. So you must lock in on these skill sets. Now, last but not least, you guys, I want to talk about faith, mindset, and staying disciplined, right? I want y'all to really understand that you don't have to be the most religious person. You don't have to be the person that, you know, is very, very confident of every single detail of God, the Bible, the world. No. But what you must be is you have to have faith, okay? And 9 times out of 10, faith is backed by God. You know, you got to have, you know, a belief in something beyond yourself. You can't just be self-centered to think that you are the it factor. You are the end all and be all. No, you know, me and my journey, you guys, when I started in entrepreneurship, that was when I gained my closest relationship with God, because I remember when I first got into trading and I'm like, man, I really want this to work for me. I'm doing this with my dad. I want my dad to really make money here. I want to be able to grow a community. I want to help people in Chicago. My goal and my desire was to be able to make so much money that I could buy iPhones and give it to the homeless and teach them how to trade. My goal was that I could make so much money that I could get a truck and get a bunch of sneakers and pass it out to the kids in Chicago who had holes in their sneakers, or who had to wear Walmart shoes or FUBUs, who was getting made fun at school. Like, that's how big my goals was when it came down to me seeing how trading could work, how starting a business could work. And when it came down to it, I was literally like, man, I don't know this. I never did this. Nobody in my family ever done it. So all the odds was truly up against me. And I'm like, man, the only way I could figure this out is if I really lock in. But what I do understand, what I do know is that I am not my own. And what I mean when I say that is that we were all created by God. You know, God literally, you know, puts us in position and puts us in situations, and based off of what we ask for, we get in our life. And I literally was on my knees and I was praying. I'm like, God, put me in a position to where I really understand this. Put me in a position to where I could really help other people make money in this. Put me in a position to where I could truly change my life, to inspire other people that they could change their life. And literally after I said that prayer, things just started to make sense more and more and more and more and more and more. And I stopped stressing myself. So many people, they wake up every single day and they beat themselves up and they're so hard on themselves instead of just making a goal, setting a plan, working the plan, and giving the rest to God. That's literally what I've done in my business. At the worst times, at the highest times, I'm like, man, I'm gonna give it to you, God. And every single time, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, God has never failed me. He has never failed me. And I know a lot of people say that, and you might be going through problems in your life right now to where you like, man, like, I've never seen him just show up like that. And I promise you, it's probably because you're not leaning on him enough. I had to really wake up and realize that working that job at Amazon was not me putting myself in a position for God to just overly bless me. Now, if I ask God for a better job, he could give that. But if I'm asking God for $1 million and I'm only working a job and I'm only doing things that will only allow me to make so much, it's very hard for God to step into that. That's a pre-man built system that already guaranteeingly said what they'll pay me. Now, if I ask for a raise, I believe God could give me a raise. But if I'm asking for generational wealth, if I'm asking to take care of my family, Amazon wasn't going to do that. right? So that's when I stepped into investing. That's when I stepped into entrepreneurship. I'm like, God, I don't know what I'm doing, but if you bring the right people around me, I wrote it in my journal every day. Thank you, God, now that I have attracted the right people, hungry, ambitious, loyal, consistent, committed people in my life that can help me get to where it is that I want to be. And that is exactly what he's done. So not only just faith in God, but also staying disciplined. You must understand that success is built over time. You know, at some point when you see somebody win it, it does look like an overnight thing. It does look like it happened quickly, but nobody's life just changed overnight. I tell my community all the time, it's like consistency is like putting a penny in a jar a day. It's doing something repeatedly. So if you set a goal like, man, I want to have $1, 100 pennies equal $1, right? The person that is putting a penny in a jar every single day, in 100 days, they will guaranteeingly have $1. But the people who wake up some days, they want to put the penny, then they make excuses of why they didn't have a penny, why they forgot to put the penny in a jar, and they skip days, and then after 100 days, they only got 40 pennies in a jar, and they're wondering why they're not where they want to be. So you must make a plan, you must stay focused, and you must stay disciplined. You must cut out all distractions. The sooner you could build the habit of not really focusing on the distractions, oh my goodness, y'all, it took so much time for me to build up to the point to where I wasn't easily distracted. I had to literally cut Netflix out my life because I'm like, this ain't helping me better my life. I had to cut out certain females and relationships out of my life so that I could really focus and stay consistent with what I needed to do. You got to start setting a schedule. You got to start setting a plan. You got to start doing these things now, because the more you practice it and the more you do it, the sooner your success is gonna come. It's that simple, you guys. So in conclusion, you guys, I really just wanted to, you know, give you guys some advice on how to really get where it is that you want to be sooner as a young adult, as a young person who really wants to create success, who really wants to change their life. So I'm gonna tell you guys this right now: be a problem solver and develop skills. The more problems you can solve for other people, life is not about yourself. I'm gonna be honest with you. God did not bring you here to just focus on you. That's why you have kids. That's why you have family. That's why you have siblings. Everybody needs somebody. Everybody must depend on somebody, and you want to be the most dependable person. You must want to be the most skillful person, the person that everybody is looking for, the person that everybody needs help from, because that's when you increase your value, and the more valuable you are, the more money you can make. Next, find mentors and follow the right people. Again, you guys, I mentor people. I show them, you know, the mindset that they need. I show them how to generate multiple sources of income. I show them how to create success. And if you're looking for mentorship, reach out to me. My Instagram is right here in the in the description box. My email me. Whatever the case may be, reach out to me. Don't just sit back and listen to people who are giving you advice. Reach out and see if they could personally work with you, if they could personally help you. Next, you want to take action. Don't wait. Stop waiting. Time is limited. I can't tell you how many friends I thought I would be able to live to 23 with, 24 with, and they passed away at 19, they passed away at 18, they passed away at 20. And that's not to be depressing. That's not to be, you know, make a sad video, but that's to be honest. Would you rather help your mom change her life? Would you rather pour into your family now or later, right? How soon do you want to do it? And the sooner you want to do it, the sooner you want it to come to you, the sooner you need to take action. And last but not least, keep faith and stay disciplined. What I want you guys to do is go to the comment section below of this video. Let me know your greatest takeaway. Share this video again with somebody who is young, who you feel like may need to hear this, and subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, and stay tuned for the rest of the journey. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Let's get it.
Nowadays all of my enemies wanna be friends.